Hello, my name is Fergus Adderley. I am a dancer in the ballet department of the Anhaltisches theatre Dessau. I will be reading The Eighth Day, first novel. Once there was at Milan a German mercenary, Goffardo by name, a doughty man and very loyal to those with whom he took service, a quality most uncommon in Germans. And as he was wont to be a most faithful man, in repaying whatever moneys he borrowed, he would have had no difficulty in finding a merchant to advance him any amount of money at a low rate of interest. Now, tarrying thus at Milan, Goffardo fixed his affection on a very fine woman with whom, named Madonna Ambrosia, the wife of a wealthy merchant, one Gasparruolo Geld, with whom he was well acquainted and on friendly terms, which armour he managed with such discretion that neither the husband nor anyone else wist aught of it. So one day he sent her a message, beseeching her of her courtesy to gratify his passion, and assuring her that he, on his part, was ready to obey her every behest. The lady made great many words about the affair, the upshot of which was that she would do as Goffardo desired upon the following terms, to wit, that in the first place he should never discover the matter to a soul, and secondly, that as for some purpose or another, she required 200 florins of gold. He, out of his abundance, should supply her necessity. These conditions being satisfied, she would be ever at his service. Offended by such base sordidness in one whom he had supposed to be an honourable woman, Goffardo passed from ardent love to something very like hatred, and cast about how he might flout her. So he sent her word that he would right gladly pleasure her in this and in any other matter that might be in his power. Let her but say when he was to come and see her, and he would bring the moneys with him, and none should know of the matter except a comrade of his, in whom he placed much trust and was privy to all that he did. The lady, if she should not be called the punk, gleefully made answer that in the course of a few days her husband Gasparruolo was to go to Genoa on business, and that when he was gone, she would let Goffardo know and appoint a time for him to visit her. Goffardo thereupon chose a convenient time and hied him to Gasparruolo, to whom, "I am come," quoth he, "about a little matter of business which I have at hand, for which I require 200 florins of gold, and I should be glad if thou wouldst lend them to me at the rate of interest which thou art wont to charge me." "That gladly will I," replied Gasparruolo, and told out the money at once. A few days later, Gasparruolo being gone to Genoa, as the lady had said, she sent word to Goffardo that he should bring her the 200 florins of gold. So Goffardo hied him with his comrade to the lady's house, where he found her expecting him, and lost no time in handing her the 200 florins of gold in his comrade's presence, saying, "You will keep the money, madam, and give it to thy husband when he returns." Witting not why Goffardo so said, but thinking that 'twas but to conceal from his comrade that it was given by way of price, the lady made answer, "That will I gladly, but I must first see whether the amount is right." Whereupon she told the florins out upon the table, and when she found that the 200 were there, she put them away in high glee, and turning to Goffardo, took him into her chamber, where, not on that night only, but on many another night while her husband was away, he had of her all that he craved. On Gasparruolo's return, Goffardo presently paid him a visit, having first made sure that the lady would be with him, and so, in her presence, "Gasparruolo," quoth he, "I had after all no occasion for the money, to wit the 200 florins of gold that thou didst lend me the other day, being unable to carry through the transaction for which I borrowed them, and so I took on an early opportunity of bringing them to thy wife and gave them to her. Thou wilt therefore cancel the account." Whereupon Gasparruolo turned to the lady and asked her if she had had them. She, not daring to deny the fact in the presence of a witness, answered, "Why, yes, I had them, and quite forgot to tell thee. Good, quoth then Gasparruolo, we are quits. Goffardo, make thy mind easy. I will see that thy account is set right. Goffardo then withdrew, leaving the flouted lady to hand over her ill-gotten gains to her husband. And so, the astute lover had his pleasure of the greedy mistress for nothing.